Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Bridget from Bridget's Astrology, and today I'm going through the foundations of astrology, as in applied astrology. So this isn't purely about you learning the trade or the oh my God, doctorate degree that is astrology, because that is a lifelong passion. I mean, obviously you can learn it in 4 years and blah blah blah, but this is more astrology and how it relates directly to you. All right. So in Sydney, I'm going to be doing a 6 weeks applied astrology course. And this is just something that I suppose I can go back to later on and just explain about what the ascendant is, not what the ascendant is in signs. All right. I'll get to that one later. This is just what is the ascendant. All right. So first of all, the ascendant is, so this is why you need the time of birth. That is so important, all right? Because the ascendant is what is the ascending sign on the horizon at the time of your birth. So obviously, if you are, you're born at 2 p.m., all right, the ascending sign is rising and the sun in the sky is going to be somewhere near that midheaven, depending on whether it's daylight savings times, where you are in the world. I mean, there's a lot of considerations. But, like for myself, 2 o'clock, my sun is in the ninth house and the ascending sign is Pisces. All right. So now the ascendant tells us so much about ourselves. It is like our avatar. Okay. The sun shows what sort of focus we're going to have, but the ascendant is so much more. So, this is why I always say to people when they have their charts done to look at your ascendant first, or as well as the sun sign that you are. All right, so the ascendant is the mask that we wear. Okay, like I said, it's our avatar. It's the character that we are. It is the way people view us, the mask we wear, and also, our life's focus. I can only use my own. I don't have anyone else's chart here. So Pisces, I look at the world. I definitely get fish brain. Sometimes I can be very like floaty focus. You look at the traits of the sign on your ascendant, and that is how you approach the world. I'm definitely very spiritually inclined. Pisces word, so again, it's the mask that we wear, the first impressions that people get of you. Now, I might be able to add it into this post recording, but there are some very specific physical attributes to each sign as well. So, I know many qualified astrologers that have been doing it for a long time that can pick people off their rising sign. So that is a skill, or if you have the right keywords, you can probably teach yourself to do that as well. So, like I said, it's our impressions, how people perceive us, and how we present ourselves. So that's the first one of our ascendant. And just think of that mask. All right, the sun is what we focus on, the moon is how we feel. The placements are where those things play out in our chart, but the ascendant, it's the first bit we get to. All right. And in our childhood as well, we play out our ascendant way more than we do any of the other signs, because it's also how you come into the world. All right. Because it's the time of birth. So, potentially you could have, you know, worst case scenario, you might have had a really difficult birth and there's potentially Pluto there. Maybe your birth was very fast and active. Maybe Mars is there. Maybe your mother had some, medical intervention, and Neptune is there because maybe there was drugs used at your birth. You can go through all of the planets on the ascendant and have those considerations as well. So, all right. Now, the ascendant is the on the cusp of the first house. All right. So the first house is our physical body. All right. So the ascendant and the first house it's us. It's our personality. Like I was saying earlier, it's our character. All right. So personality, our physical body, when there are planets or the sign on the ascendant can give us so much indication to our medical astrology as well. So say someone that's got Capricorn on the ascendant, oh my God, they have got physical resilience. All right. They're very resilient. They've got good, oh my God, what's the word? Um, I can't think of the word. There's a word that means really good physical presence. Oh, you know what? Fish brain. It'll come back to me. Anyway, so um yeah, the physical body and how we respond to stress. All right. So again, any of those we can go through this later, but any of the signs or planets in that first house ascendant placement, they relate to us physically. I actually knew someone that had a Uranus on the ascendant. And when he was in vitro, his mother had been given electroshock therapy, which actually physically affected him throughout his whole life. So, some of the stories that you hear are just amazing. All right. So the next one, I've already spoken about this one. It represents the moment and birth and the lens in which we experience life. So I've definitely already spoke to that one. All right, perception filters how we see the world, our instincts, our instinctual reaction. All right, again, it's that first thing that we go to. Still can't think of that word relating to health. No, can't think of it at all. All right. Okay. All right. So the ascendant as a vehicle to the sun sign. So when you listen to Aries, Taurus, Gemini, like when people go through the sun signs, that ascendant is like I was saying, when they talk about, say, Scorpio, sign, like sun sign, that ascendant is the vehicle for the sun to play out. All right. So, um, again, so Scorpio sun in the ninth house is very different with a Pisces rising than, say, having an Aquarian rising or an Aries rising. So, like those minutes make so much difference. So if you can, if you know anyone that's ever going to have a baby or someone that's pregnant, or, ask your parents before it's too late, what time was I born? And if they can't remember the time, then definitely ask them if they can remember any of the story around that. Like, did you go into labor in the morning? Were you in the bath? Where was dad? Where was mom? Like, ask questions, because, we can always sort of jig things around, but time is essential. All right. So, it refines the sun's energy to a more specific expression. There we go. So, those eighth, ninth, 10th house placements, any house placement, ascendant is crucial. All right. So, all right. Now, the ruling planet. All right. This is a good one. This is more of a traditional. Well, it's not more traditional, but obviously traditional came first. So, say you have a Pisces ascendant, then Jupiter is the ruling planet of the chart. Or if you're more into modern astrology, then Neptune is going to be the ruling planet. So Aquarius or Capricorn, your ruling planet is going to be Saturn. Say Aries or Scorpio ascendant, your ruling planet is Mars. So I might as well just go through. All right, so Taurus and Libra, your ruling planet is going to be Venus. Gemini or Virgo, your ruling planet is going to be Mercury, right? Cancer ascendant, your ruling planet is the moon. Leo, your ruling planet is the sun. And then also Sagittarius is also ruled by Jupiter. And then I've already said Capricorn, Aquarius is Saturn. And yeah, so there we go. It just works like that. Okay, let's have a look. What else have I got? All right, so I've pretty much covered this in my narrative, even though I've got notes. So the ascendant as our survival mechanism. So when we get defensive, or if we're trying to add, or the only word that's coming to me is add a lure, or be like trying to convince someone of our plight, then maybe we turn on our charms. All right. So they're the more positive aspects of our ruling sign. Again, it's the perception and view that we have of the world. So, it's so important that you have a look at your ascendant and don't ever disregard. I hear so many people go, oh my God, I've got a Virgo rising. And it's like, no, there are amazing qualities in every single sign. So, a Virgo ascendant, they are, they're discriminating. They're concerned with having a clean living type of experience. Leos, they just want to be seen. Sagittarians have a very philosophical and worldly view of life. So every ascendant sign has its positive and negative attributes. And you know what? What you focus on is the things that grows. So always try and find the good in your ascending sign. All right. So, yeah, spiritual development. All right. So this is a good one because, we all use, or astrologers use, progressed charts and solar arc charts. I haven't done a lot of solar arcs, so I'm not going to talk about that one, but progressed charts are for every year that you are born, your sun moves 1 degree. All right. The whole chart just moves 1 degree. So your ascendant will also move. All right. So instead of having a Pisces ascendant, I now have an Aries ascendant, so this is maturity, so some people can have that, if they have late degree ascendants when they were born, then that ascendant is going to change a lot earlier, obviously, than someone that has it in the early or mid degrees. And that can just indicate like big life changes, or we see these people that are wise beyond their years, or they have definitive experiences early, and you can see that in that changing ascendant because things happen, they view the world differently. So what else can I say about the ascendant? That's pretty much it. Other than it's really crucial that you get the right time, that you view it as as again, it's your avatar, it's your character, it's your personality, it's your physical body. So it's such a beautiful portal to see life through. So I hope this has explained what the ascendant is. I will possibly put slides in post recording, or I might do another one where I explain each sign. I'm just not quite ready for that right this minute, but I feel like this is enough for right now. And any questions, please reach out to me. If you're watching this on YouTube, pop a comment in, or if you are in my Lifetime to Level Up group, then just DM me and, I can chat about it in the live. So thanks so much, and I will see you for the next class.